first. First and foremost, I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
And see now, Jonathan, we already need to have a talk because this is not that for real. Hi, my loves. Jeray Malay, the girl from around the way, where we have culture, conversation, and community. And in today's video, I'm coming to you all with some commentary about Jonathan Major winning this award and, crying in Iyanla Vanzant's arms. Y'all, we're going to have a real conversation today, okay? But before I do, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, okay? Don't you love when a man does something like show initiative and just does something before you even ask him to? Like, this is what I expect for you all when y'all come in here. Just come on right on in here before you take your seat, girl, pay your dues and hit the like, and that's how we're gonna get into it, right? So, y'all, let me just start off by saying this. I love Iyanla. Okay. I love Iyanla Vanzant. I have listened to her books, I have read her books, I watch her interviews. She is somebody who I believe is really doing the healing work, and bringing in and ushering in a lot of healing to real people. Right. I don't call myself the Iyanla Vanzant of Ratchet Reality TV for no reason, y'all. It's something that I truly resonate with because, I am a little messy, or I can be. Hello, anybody? But I also am in a healing space. And I think that, we are all learning and growing in it. And she is someone who I revere, right? Her story, her storytelling, her ability to connect. She is somebody who I just thoroughly enjoy, right? She is a Black elder, and I'm not talking about them nasty elders that be at them churches, cussing people out and looking at you sideways, okay? But, I think that she is a Black elder that needs to be respected. However, sisters of the flesh, okay? We all know, if you know Iyanla, you know she like her a man or two, all right? Okay, and this is, listen, who don't, right? But sister, one thing she gonna do is rub up and fill on the man, and she did not hold back, baby, on Jonathan Majors. We need to really talk about some shit. I mean, it's gonna be a little bit uncomfortable for me because I want to be respectful here, but I also want to call a thing a thing. Okay, let's call a thing a thing. I'm not the Iyanla Vanzant of Ratchet Reality TV reviews or in general if I don't bring it to you for real. So, Jonathan Majors goes to this award, the Impact Award ceremony, which was hosted by Hollywood Unlocked, headed by Jason Lee, which I'm going to circle back to Mr. Lee in a second. But he wins this award, and it was the Preservation Award, and he comes up and Iyanla gives this, really profound speech of how she was a DV survivor of 9 years, and I'm giving this award to a young man who is the definition and the epitome. I mean, I'm paraphrasing, of preservation, and none other than Jonathan Majors, girl, and his big black wide nostril, big shaft having, because y'all know it's big shaft having ass, got up on that stage and fell. Girl, Iyanla held her arms open as if, come here, baby. And when I tell you that big, thick, bulky, veiny, pulsating statue of a man, child. I make no sense. Okay. Fell into her arms, collapsed into her bosom, and she embraced him like a mother should, right? Or something like a mama. I ain't your mama, but I can be your mama. You feel what I'm saying? Like, are y'all catching it? And he, couldn't even contain himself, and he was falling all over, and she was rubbing on him. But now, what she was, and girl, look, she turned her head. I almost feel like you see his hands are behind his back in this one, because, I mean, it was a little uncomfortable. Listen, now Iyanla Vanzant is Iyanla Vanzant, but she's still very much a woman, and I think her part's still working. And if her parts ain't working, her eyes are. Okay. because Miss Europa Priestess was enjoying the embrace. Now, did y'all see what I was saying? Okay, now come on, y'all, because let's be for real. If we gonna be anything, we gonna be for real. And he's falling all over, girl. So when she was moving, when she was touching his body, caressing his body, she was doing an emotion as is to release, right? And so when we are going through healing spaces, you literally, I know that we're all on Instagram. We see these somatic massages, we see all of these like lymphatic drain, all of this different shit. Or people who are on TikTok and they're doing the ASMR and they're talking and they're moving with their hands and they're like, I'm moving my energy. Or even let's consider Reiki. That's something that everybody, well, most people understand what Reiki is. And you're using your hands to move energy. Let's move stagnant energy. That's why sometimes, they say Joe Dispenza, I don't even know who he is, but he's really known in the like personal development. I think he's some sort of doctor. He talks about how like you can give yourself a hand clap or whatever, right? We can just start clapping right now and woo, yeah, good job. And it raises our vibrations and our frequency. And so there is a lot of truth in when you're moving your body around and you're moving your hands in an outward motion, like I'm getting this energy off of me. And so that was what she was doing with him, because let's not forget, she is an Yoruba priestess. Okay. And she was releasing and moving and breaking that energy all up off of him. And he was falling all over. And the hug got tighter and the embrace got stronger. You hear what I'm saying? And he's crying. He's putting his head down. Oh, he gasped like that. Oh, he couldn't handle it. Girl, because the emotions were overtaking him. The emotions had overtaken him. And Iyanla comes back out with a big bushel of tissue paper and wiping his nose, girl, wiping his eyes all the way down to his nose. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? The lady was wiping his big ass bell pepper ass nose. And I'm saying that in every way that's complimentary and favorable, because I love me a big, thick, wide nose. What Trina say? Ooh, okay. Why was that an evil laugh, girl? Let me stop, because I do a lot. Because you bitches ain't doing enough. Okay, all right, I'm sorry. Let me get the giggles out, sister. So yes, so he's all broke up, girl, and he goes on to make this very profound speech. And I'm a black man, and in the criminal justice system, here we are. I'm like, girl, who the fuck and why the fuck are we awarding him? Because he got caught out there with that white lady. Jonathan, you got caught out there with her. That's what you did. You knew what you were doing when you was dating on them white women to begin with. And let's call something out really quickly. Jonathan Majors is very, very similar to Taye Diggs. And by that I mean that he is a classically trained actor. He's an actor. You feel what I'm saying? He's an artist. I'm not an actor, I'm an actor. Classically trained. And so, these theater kids, these kids who have always been, going to Juilliard and all of these performing art schools, they always align themselves, not all the time, but most times, especially our celebrities, the ones that look like us, always align themselves to other kids who are similar, but they're always white. And they always use the excuse of, well, I was a theater kid. I was I was around all of these people. And this is what this is the group who embraced me, because I wasn't cool enough for for these girls, and I was ugly over here, and these are the girls that embraced me, right? We seen Terrell Owens come out and say that, although he was an athlete. But we had Taye Diggs who has come out and said, I was a performing arts kid and I was constantly surrounded around white people, and so it was very comfortable for me to end up and sleep white. Jonathan Majors has come out and said that. Who else? Todrick Hall. He's famously said, I've always been around whites, and so this is what resonates with me. And before this whole debacle about this white lady coming around and chasing him, now she was chasing him down. She was chasing him down, girl. She chased him down to get to that big black shaft. Who is a man? Shaft. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Call his ass Shaft. Ooh. I don't know, child. But I'm just telling you, I can tell he and the way Megan Good is smiling, she ain't stopped smiling yet. She was with that pastor. With when she say Pastor Holy Whore. Shout out to Candace. That wasn't Candace. Who was that, y'all? Off of Housewives of Potomac. Pastor Holy Whore. Okay. And so, okay, let me get back on track, y'all. Girl. So they're at the awards, and he's all broke up, and he's going on and on and on. And I'm a black man, and I when they came to my apartment, and they arrested me, and this, that, and the third, and blah 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 blah. He's almost as if like, I can't believe this has happened to me. I'm the magical Negro. How dare these crackers? Because do you know what happened? It was his reality and wake up call that no, you're not just an artist. No, you're not just a classically trained actor. No, you're not just this big hunk of a man with a huge shaft. Okay. You are a black man. You're a black man. And the criminal justice system, like you said, Jonathan Majors, is here to remind you of that. Now, I do want to say, for 1 second, let's get into Jason Lee. I was calling him Jonathan Lee, girl. Let's get into Jason Lee. Now, Jason Lee, I want to just say that, not for nothing, he, people talk about him. People talk about him in a disparaging way. And what I can say is, while everybody is out here chasing and trying to be at somebody else's table, he was down in Atlanta building his own table. Shout out to Tyler Perry. He was down in Atlanta building his own table, and he has his own award show. I commend that. Because, I don't really know the YouTube drama, the YouTube beef, girl. A lot of people say Jason has shady ways. I don't follow that shit really closely to say either way. What I can say is, let's respect the fact that he is celebrating his own friends and making awards, girl, and doing this. Now he's, honoring Jonathan Majors. I don't know how much he paid him for that award. And we all know that, he is a media outlet. This could be a part of Jonathan Majors' new rollout, which I'm sure it is, girl, because he did just book an independent film, which, whatever. And so it's nice to have friends who are in media when you are a star who is going through a crisis especially of public opinion. So it's great that he has Jason Lee, but outside of that, I think that it's cool that Jason is creating a lane of his own and award shows of his own. He's like, fuck that. Y'all not going to invite me. I don't get recognized as a black media outlet, because Jason loves to be like, oh, I'm a black media outlet. So am I, y'all. Make sure you like this video. Okay. Smaller, but we here. I'm going to be over here and I'm going to make my own award show. I like that shit. I'm sorry. I'm all for it, Jason. Now let's get some real people up in there. Don't be just trying to do the people that you trying to low key represent. and you this is a part of y'all rollout and y'all playing because you want to manage him or whatever you got going on up your sleeve, Jason. You ain't slick, brother. But I do want to say that Jonathan Majors, he has never been more associated with black people and blackness than to this very day. Okay. He was, all about this white woman. He was playing in these very black time period pieces. He is what Julesy would say. He is a person who has an ancestor face. And he understands that, he can play, what he said in the speech was the super villain or the superhero. However, he is, persevering beyond all of that. And he's back around now. Here's what I want to get into. Oh, he was shouting out Megan, girl, through the fire. He gave her. Now Megan looks so fuck good. Megan looks really, really good. Megan looks good, y'all. Ooh, to be a fly on the wall. I'm out of control. But I'm actually really quite surprised that relationship is holding on as long as it is too, y'all. Because wow. But he goes on and he's being awarded and he's persevering and this, that, and the third. Like, he's turned into this fucking like Ben Crump. He shouted out Ben Crump. I guess he was in the room too. But it's just like, you were never in black spaces like this, Jonathan Major. You was at Disney. And you was in HBO shit. You wasn't really giving it up like that. The only time we've seen Jonathan outside in a black spaces was when he had this ongoing thing with this white woman. And here the fuck we all go trying to, oh, he made a mistake. Oh, humans are humans. And now I do understand that. People do make mistakes. Okay. And then this is when we get into the real conversation. And here is when things get shifty for me because y'all know I am the princess of Pan Africanism. Shout out to Dr. Umar. Although he said something disparaging the other day, I want to kind of get into later. But y'all know I'm black for real and I love us down. Okay, but I'm also a woman. And I think that this Jonathan Major situation with him assaulting or somewhat or however this white woman, it really poses the question as me as a black woman, the intersectionality between race and womanhood. Because I don't give a good goddamn, no man got any right to be doing anything, putting their hands, feet, nothing on a woman in any type of way. However, I understand the racial tones that are there when a black man is being presented with a white woman and she's the victim. However, she may not even be a victim. But that's not for me to decide because we all know how these systems work in America, especially black men. And so am I going to come and cape to a man that got into a situation with this white woman? Absolutely not. Do I feel like this white woman, if she was truly, a victim, deserves justice? Absolutely. Right? However, I don't like how he's using he's like using his race and his black manhood as this shield to lay in our, theoretical bosom like he's doing Iyanla. And I just feel like it's so ingenuine and we can see right through it. I mean, I feel like he was acting his ass off. Like they said at the reunion, girl, they acting their asses off. It's not for real. I think the only reason why I got a little bit real is because you start to lose some endorsements, brother. Look at his face. He don't even look real. He looks strange. And look at Iyanla. Look at Iyanla, child. Just straight back, heavy chested. Okay, holding up from the bottom. Oh, and when she handed him the award, girl, she bowed to him and everything. That's a black king right there. You hear what I'm saying? Iyanla was in her flesh, baby. Was she not, y'all? It was cringy. It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing for him to get the award. The speech was just a lot. And, I'm a little bit all over the place, but I hope you understand what I'm saying. Like, we always say, like, well, he's an artist. And like, at what point does a person deserve a second chance in real life and when they're a public figure? Because, people that are celebrities are just really popular, really well-known people. People make mistakes. However, that's their job. If I go to work and I make a mistake, a grave mistake, bitch, I'm getting fired. Hello? Anybody? And the only way that I'm going to, supplement that income is if I get a new job. And so he needs to kind of go around. I don't know if he's going to do the public apology tour. I think he's not going to take that right. I think that he's going to align himself with Joseline and the likes and play this very black man, scorned role held up by this strong black woman, Megan Good, while she getting the strength of let me stop. Y'all know what strength she getting. Anyway, I want to know what y'all think. I think that we need to take DB more seriously. I don't care at whatever race, period. I feel like women are not protected, especially black women. This is not a black woman now. Okay. But it was very hard to see and to accept. I wasn't moved. I wasn't moved personally. I want to know what you all think. Drop down in the comments. Y'all know I'm not above reproach, though. If y'all feeling like, girl, Jeray, let it go. It's been so long. He deserves, girl. What do he deserve? Let me know. Okay. Drop down in the comments. I'm here. As always, I'm sending you much love and much light, girl. I'm giving you a long, big, figurative love. Fall into my bosom right now, y'all. Y'all got to go back and watch that video. I might link it in the description, girl. She was hugging on that man. You hear me? You probably smell good and everything, girl. Let me get on the fucking out of here. As always, I'm sending you much love and much light, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.